Hello everyone, welcome to my channel for iOS application development using Swift programming. Today we are going to study fundamentals of Swift programming. So let's start with the introduction. This beautiful programming language is developed by Apple for their iOS and Mac OS application. Swift is fast, safe, and it's a modern language. Because Swift adopt the best part of C programming and Objective-C without the constraints of C compatibility. And latest version of Swift is 5. Like other languages, Swift also have a comment. You can have a single line comment or multi-line comment as you can see here. Then, like other every language, every program of Swift need to store some data, and Swift have there are two way to do it. One is variable, another is constant. Variable is what? A variable is a data store that can have its value changed whenever you want. That means you can change its value anytime before using it. For that, you need to use var keyword to define variable. And other is the constant. As the name says, constant is a data store that you set once and you can never change it. Its value remain always same and you can use it. Now, the data which you store has a types. It can be string, integer, float, double or boolean. When we say the data type is a string, that means it's a series of character and it is inverted by commas. As you can say here, Swift and purple are the example of string. An integer is a number with no fraction part. It can be positive or negative. Example is like 6, 8, 22, 55, like that. And float data type is decimal number with a fraction part, 9.2, 5.6, 3.4, like that. Next is double. Double data type is nothing but a float, but it's a large decimal number like 2.334565, 0.24354656, something like that. And last but not least is a boolean data type which store only two types value. Either it can be a true or it's a false. Okay. Now, for creating variable, we need to follow a syntax, a formula. As you can see here, if you want to declare a variable in Swift, use the above formula, which says the variable behavior is variable, that means the value can be changed. Then you need to write var, and next is variable name, and the naming of variable is followed by naming convention of the programming. So generally it start by camel case or the first letter is always small. Next is the data type as separated by colon, and then we have a equal to operator, and rightmost is its initial value. For example, if we want to declare a string variable name is fruit color, then go like this way: var where fruit color colon data type is a string equal to operator and its initial value is green. Okay. For constant, the formula remains same, the only type will change, which is let instead of var variable. So when you write let constant name colon data type and then equal to operator and then initial value, for example let fruit price colon data type is integer and value is 25. Now in the future when we will have a object oriented fundamental study like what is class, object, function, closure, constructor, then we will get to know the scope of variable also. So variable can be global or it's a local. When I say global, the variable will be available across the file, okay, irrespective of any block or function or any closure. When I say local, it is available only within the function or method where it is defined. And next is public or private. That means public variable can be read and write anywhere, or private is only read or write by defined function or closure. And there are static variable or instance variable also there. So we will study them later on. Now remember, variable must be declared before they are used. So you have to declare, okay, you can provide initial value later on, you can provide the data type later on, but either of them you have to provide first. Either it's a data type or it's an initial value. Okay. Now when we declare a variable without including data type, Swift automatically does that using their initial value. Okay, and same, if you do not provide initial value, it will take based on the data type defined. So any one of them you need to define, either it's a data type or initial value. The name of variable can be composed of letter, digit, underscore. As I said earlier, there are naming convention we need to follow. So this is the basic idea about variable and then behavior and then properties. Now let's go to the programming Xcode, and using the playground we will try few example. Okay, here is the Xcode and I have created a sample example. So for time saving I have written it already. I will explain each and every line and statement for you. So I'll tell you one thing, how can you create this file. Okay, start Xcode, go to the file menu, new and playground. When you click on the playground, select iOS and then go to the blank document, and next you will provide a name of your file, and then there will be a empty programming file. Okay, here. Now why we created playground instead of a simple iOS application project? Because when you create iOS application project, it has a complete structure for user interface, design and your coding part. Okay, but here we are focusing on only programming part, where we will write a statement and see the output instantly. So for learning purpose, Apple provided this playground option, where whenever you write the statement, whenever it is get completed, you can see in the right panel the output or the value of variables it is showing parallelly. Okay, and this bottom part is, this is your debug area, the console area. Okay, you can hide it here, you can hide it and you can show it. Okay, now I'll tell you one thing. Initially this is the first line of your program where you are importing the UI kit. Is it default added by the compiler here itself? Okay, now this is a mark which is just a code formatting. Okay, so this says this is a section for variable purpose only. Now as you know, the comments in a Swift shows in a green color. So green lines everywhere where you can see, these are the comments. and we write comments for our understanding, or you can say the knowledge transfer for other developer. If I am writing something or I want to say some convey any message or my logic here for other developer, I generally put the comments. So let's go how it goes. This is the syntax we have already talked about, where if you want to declare a variable, you need to follow this, where variable name and its data type or initial value. Okay, you can give all of them or any one of them data type and initial value. Now for example, here I have created one string which name is my name and type is a string and initial value is RDC. So where my name colon string and value is RDC. Now this is a print statement. So I am just printing my name string and you can see the output here. My name is RDC. Okay, one thing here you observe, it is a /n which is default. The operator is added by compiler itself. Okay, which says the next output will be in a new line. So it's a new line operator. It is default provided in Swift SDK. Now come to the line number 13, where we are changing the value of our string variable because it is a variable. So you can change its value. How we can change? Variable name equal operator and the new value. Now you can print it, and line 15, see on the right side, the output is updated value which is Mr. RDC. Okay, now this is a string variable we created and we changed its value and we have print statement. Now go for a other type of variable. It can be integer, float, double, boolean. So we are creating here integer. Okay, variable my age. See here, I did not have any data type defined here, but I gave initial value which is 22. So based on 22, it will automatically take it as a integer. Okay, this and this is same. Understand? So that's what I told. Either you will define the initial value or you will define data type. If you write the data type integer but it does not provide the default value, it will take 0 based on integer data type, because default value of integer is always 0. Default value of string is an empty string. Okay, now we will come to the initial statement. Okay, now if you want to change the value of age variable, yes, you can change it because it is a variable. So instead of 22, we are updating it with the 25 and you can print it. Now this is second thing what I was talking here. Variable my job, and we gave the data type but there is no initial value. So it will treat as a equal to an empty string. Okay, and here we are again changing the value of developer and you will print it. It is printed in the right side, you can see. Okay, now the second is constant. Now focus on the syntax. Everything remains same, only instead of variable we will write let, which is a constant. Okay, now we will create a constant with a data type, and data type is a string and initial value we will provide something. Okay, so example is let mobile number is your constant and its data type is a string, equal to operator and then its initial value. Okay, now if you see the line number 37, we have written mobile number equal to the new value, which is not possible. Okay, if you change the value, it will give error. Okay, see, cannot assign a value. Mobile number is a let constant. Okay, that means it is a constant. Once you provide value, you can only use it, you cannot change it. So we will comment it, then only the program will go ahead and you print. Now if you want to see the output in the console, here is the play button on the bottom part, execute playground. So you click it here and see your output is here. So first is my name is RDC, the line number here. Okay, line number 10. Line number 10 is my name is RDC. Then come to the 15, line number 15, which is the updated value. My name is Mr. RDC. And then line number 21 is age, and then job 26 line number, and last but not least the line number 38 is a mobile number. Okay, understood? So what we understood so far, that variable, we provide the initial value, okay, and we can change it and we can use it. But for constant, once we assigned a value, we cannot change it, only we can use it. Thank you so much. If you like my efforts, please like, subscribe or share with your friends, and try more and more practice. Or if you have any question, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to help you. Thank you once again.